Howdy, neighbor. I brought you some carrot seeds. Well, I'll be. You must have read my mind. Those pesky choppas destroyed half my carrot harvest. This will really help the farm out. Thanks, Mystic. I really appreciate it. Appreciate it. Jesus Christ. And I hope you'll appreciate it. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. I hope you'll appreciate this. I'm sorry. This extra soup I've got. His jokes are so dumb. I don't know why. I couldn't think of a good carrot related pun. How'd the fair go? I take back everything I said about wanting Delilah and Maisie to kiss and make up. We need to take that woman and her rotten family down. Whoa, what happened? Niall caught Maisie's daughter, Maidi, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, messing with the Maji coaster's structural integrity. It's one thing to try and beat someone fair and square, but to try to cheat, to try and cheat by not only destroying somebody's hard work, but putting the safety of others at risk. That's just downright wrong. I hope everyone is I hope everyone was okay. Did she get punished? I hope everyone was okay. Yep, Nio caught her before anyone got hurt. Luckily, we got back at the Martingale Dales in the best way possible by whooping their butts at the competition. Delilah's apple jam tarts made with your jam won the blue ribbon at the expo. Your hot hounds were the best sellers at the food court, and our shoddy Maji coaster had a line down the block. The only tears were from Anu, who was just bummed we couldn't take the Maji coaster home with us. I really couldn't have done it without you, Spuddy. Okay, and as thanks, we got you a little something extra. The whole family pitched in. Hey everyone, so in the last clip we talked to Badru. I was that this bulletin board wasn't that hard. I actually got it done pretty fast. Like I think it was a I think we were already a week into the update when I finally got it done. Or like 2 weeks or something like that. So tomorrow, because this is coming out on Monday, which is today, um tomorrow is an update 0.196, I believe. With that new update, obviously is gonna come a new bulletin board bundle. But we are also getting a new ranching animal. The I believe it's called the Gooby. Gooby. I don't know. I'll have it up here on the screen in a second. But with that, we also are getting obviously a new bulletin board. I think I said that already. But we are also getting a new set of Halloween decorations plus a new rock hopper. Well, not new. I guess they're redoing one of the rock hoppers. But it's I believe it's a jack o' lantern or pumpkin rock hopper. I think it's called. Uh, plus, obviously, like probably a whole host of new things coming to the um to this update for at least the month of October. So, without with everything said and done now, sorry, with everything said and done, we are checking out the ranching stuff that we got. So one of the things that we have is the rancher's apple bag. So I need to get. Well, what was that? fabric. Hold on. I might... Okay. Let's see. Fabric. I have a bunch of leather going because I'm going to sell that. I've been doing hunting and doing all sorts of things. So, I'm going to come back once we have fabric. Okay, so we have the all the ingredients pretty much for the rancher's apple bag. So I'm going to make one. Okay, that gives us the option to do these. So, rancher's onion bag is next. So I need to get spice sprouts. So I'll get spice sprouts next. Spice sprouts. I can never say that. But I'm gonna put everything in the chests here. Spice sprouts is next, so I'll come back for that, or I'll go back out for that, and I'll come back and make that. Okay, so now we got the rancher's onion bag. Okay, and then I guess we could do that one. Let's see, rancher's apple bowl. Make that. And then we can do this one. Rancher's shelves. Let's do that one. So I'm not going to make a lot of the fencing. I'll make one so we can look at it. And then the hay bale, or rancher's large hay pile. Sorry. Make that. And then we'll do this one. Purple jar. What do we need for this? Elderwood orchard. Okay, I can get that pretty easily, so I'll do that next. Elderwood orchard. Okay, I will come back once I have an elderwood orchard. Okay, and then next is the rancher. Nope, I've already created that one. Huh. Weird. Don't know why that's not showing as it's ready. Anyways, let's make that. And then we can make this one next. It's the rancher's upright hay bale. Create that. I guess we can do this one next. Perfect. Let's do that one next. Okay, and then we need emerald carpet moss. So I will come back and get one. Okay, and now we can make the green jar. We'll do the hay roll stack. did you? Oh. Oops. And then what did that leave? I forgot. Oh, that just left you. Didn't we make you already? I forgot if we made you. Okay, weird. Rancher's rustic fence 2. Hold on, I wonder. Rancher. Okay. So I'm not too sure if the rancher's milk jug was one of those things. Rancher's small hay pile. I'm not too sure if that was one too. Rancher's True? I don't know. And then the rancher's wooden barrel. I'm not too sure if those were anything. And it says here that we have rancher. Let's see. What else did we apparently create? I don't think we did you, so. Or did we? No. No. I guess we didn't. We didn't create the rancher's wooden cart. Just gonna go through everything and see what we didn't make. Okay, I guess that leaves. Alright, that's it. Again, I'm not too sure if any of the other stuff was a part of the ranchers thing. I don't think so. But just in case. What else did that leave? Oh no. This wasn't anything a part of the new thing, I don't think. Yeah, okay. So, let's take a look at everything. So we got our ranchers something, the water holder. We got a barrel. We got a pile or a bale of hay. We got our wagon. And then we got our jars. And then what is this one? It's another thing of hay that's just upright. Got our tool holder. We got a piece of our fence. This was a rancher's produce bag. Our pile of... Wait. It's not a pile. That is rancher's wooden crates. Okay, so we got our crates. We got our other jar there. Got a huge thing of a hay bale. Another fence. This is our apples, milk jug, our hay pile, thing of onions, apple fruit bowl, and this is a wall item. So, oh, okay, that just went sideways. There we go. Got our fence again. And finally, our hay pile. So that was pretty much it. Honestly, the bulletin board this time around wasn't too bad. I'm gonna give the team props on that. The very first one that we had, that one was rough. That one was hard. Mainly because that one felt more grindy than this one did. So I'm gonna go over to the bulletin board and I'm gonna explain kind of what I felt while doing all of this. Okay, so now that we're here in front of the bulletin board, I have all the items or all the bundles pulled up here. So starting with the game prizes, the giant the giant goldfish, sorry, that even though I usually epic fish are pretty hard to find or pretty hard to get, I should say, not find. Um, but the goldfish itself, I found it in the, where is it? I usually find it here in the Mirror Pond Ruins area, or if I don't end up finding it here after like maybe an hour or two, I usually find it here, or in Bahari Bay in one of the ponds there. Those it's pretty easy to find. It's gonna take maybe an hour, to real life hours, but I mean it's not too bad. Um, if you're already fishing there with glowworms and such like that, and like me, you're either selling the fish or using the fish, whether that's for cooking with them, or you know, for bait. I believe you can't use the fish unless you cook it first. But if you're using it for bait, like I usually do, it, it'll re up your glowworms and regular worms pretty easily. Um, so 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 you know that the fish is not that hard to find. Plus, once you do have it eventually again, or if you've already had it once before, you can request it from other people, and usually they'll fill that if they have it. The next thing is the Kilima in Chezu game. Now, here's the thing. A little after I turned this in, Tish's store ended up started to sell it. So I think it was like a week or two after I ended up turning it in, Tish's store started to sell it. So I'm not too sure if it's because I already crafted it or turned it in, or if it's just a random kind of thing that Tish's store does. But she started to sell this in her store. It was on one of the shelves. Let me see if I can go see if I can see it in there, if it's in there at all. I don't think so. No, but it was usually here where the Kilima drinking horn is. It was usually in this area here. She also sells a bunch of different other items as well. So, say you don't want to craft anything, you can always buy it. Or craft it and do it that way. But I'm not too sure how it works. If it's you have to craft it first and then she'll start selling it, or if she'll sell it before you craft it. I think it's before you actually even craft anything, she'll start selling it. Anyways, um, the next item is the willow willow wisp rock hopper. Now this was pretty easy to find again. Um, where I found it was in the Elderwood aqueducts. There, it was pretty much easy to find. They're pretty noticeable once you get them or once you find them. I found mine using I believe it was a honey lure. I think I found it with the honey lure actually because it wasn't spawning at the time. I don't know if it was just because it wasn't the time that it's supposed to spawn or how it works, but I've ended up finding it with a um uh honey lure. Jesus. Next thing is the green pearl. That item usually spawns once you have at least 2 stacks, if not 2 or 3 or 4, depending on the player's RNG. But I think I found one after, I want to say 2 stacks. They're pretty easy to find. Plus, once you find them, sorry, I got ahead of myself there. I didn't mention what I meant when I said stacks. So once you find unopened oysters, there's a chance that they'll drop the regular pearls and the green pearls, plus it's meat. So on the oyster meat, so you have a higher chance of getting the regular pearl. And I got more of the regular pearls than I did the green pearl. I think I got like 5 pearls before I even got the one green pearl. So that's pretty good. I ended up selling the green or the pearls itself, the regular pearl. So I got, it wasn't that bad. It maybe took me 20, 30 minutes to get 2 stacks. So once you have all of that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the one thing that I could have waited for, honestly, was the Kilima in Chezu game because it would have saved me some materials that I could have used later. But other than that, I feel like these items to either craft or gather or collect were not too bad. I don't think these were anything too bad. Unlike the first one that we had, which was the uh what was it called? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it online here. Um bum, bulletin board. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on on the Palia wiki here. Let's see. So the first one we had was the midsummer bulletin board, which was from August 15th to September 10th. Um, that bulletin board was pretty horrendous. Not in a bad way, but it did take a while, which was not great. Um, for anyone that doesn't remember or that didn't do the event, we had to gather and or forage. I don't think we had to fish anything, honestly. No, mainly cook, gather, and or forage and craft. So one of the items or one of the bundles consisted of um, a star quality honey baked or spicy honey baked mujan, one star quality celebration cake, one oysters aquindu, which was again star quality. We had a fish, um, one star quality E E. I'm gonna spell out the name here because I can never read it. It's Eleroo eel. So we had to fish that out. That only spawned in the Elderwood, so that was not great. And then we got for that bundle, once we did complete it, we got the Vivid Blossoms nameplate, we got 2 Fern, and we got increased friendship with Kenley. Next bundle was the Midsummer Decor bundle. We had to craft 1 Bellflower dining table, 10 Bellflower dining chairs, 1 Bellflower Regal fountain, 4 Bellflower flower planters. Again, each one of these items costed a significant amount of resources because the fact that not all of these items from the Bellflower dining table to the flower planter um, were one after the other. You know what I mean? So once you crafted one, it wasn't like you got. So let's just say I crafted the dining table first, right? I didn't end up unlocking the dining chairs right after. You have to continuously craft items to get the items that you needed for the bundle, which weren't great because it costed us so much material. But for those items, we got the Royal Blossoms nameplate. We got 2 flowering bushes. No, sorry, 2 flowering blue bushes, I should say. We got increased friendship with Kenley. This was centered around Kenley mostly. So again, not bad, but the cost for the materials could have been used for other things, which just seemed horrible. But it is what it is, and well, that's how it goes. The next bundle was the Midsummer Flower bundle. We needed 25 Choppa flowers, or Choppa tail flowers, sorry. We needed 25 cotton ball flowers. And mind you, Choppa tail, cotton ball, rose, and then the rose flowers, those all respawn. So once you get them to their final stage, um, you'll get a flower bud back. So that wasn't too bad. I mainly what I did was I got 5 of each flower, so the choptail, cotton ball, and rose flowers, and I continuously watered them throughout the day, real life day, because every real life day to in-game day. So in-game day is every hour. So at once an hour passes, it resets to 6 a.m. again. So every in-game hour or in-game day is equivalent to a full day of real life. So continuously watering them, they weren't that bad. You could get them in within like a couple of days, real life days. The one that I didn't really like that we had to get was the Elderwood lilacs. Now, those we got from the Pixie Blossom Bounce event that happens in the Elderwood. Those do not respawn, meaning once you get them to their final stage, they do not give you a flower bud. You would have to go back multiple times. I went back like 100 times just to get 25 flowers, because there were times where I would get none, like no Elderwood lilacs. I would get every other thing from the Elderwood that drops in that event, but like Elderwood lilacs were the rarest item that we could get. So it was horrible. Plus, needing to craft and gather other things too just didn't help the grind. But from that event, we got the Blushing Blossoms nameplate. 2 flowering black bushes, and then increased flowers or increased friendship with Kinley. Jesus. And the final bundle for that event, for the midsummer bundle event, was the midsummer gift bag, which again we needed to gather and or mainly gather. Sorry, we needed to gather a lot of items. And I say a lot, but I'm really pushing what a lot means in this thing. We needed 1 emerald. Emerald usually doesn't spawn all that often when you hit the rocks, so it took a long time. It took me, I believe, like several real life days. It took me almost a week to even get 1 emerald for this bundle, plus 1 more for the um what are they called? The temple bundles. Sorry, those bundles. I needed 1 for the temple bundles that we unlocked. Again, quartz drops more frequently because it does come from ore and clay. Emerald drops from copper. Wait, so quartz drops from copper ore, clay nodes, in Kilima. Emerald has a lower chance of dropping from copper ore, or silver ore in Kilima. So even though RNG sucks in this game, Emerald took the longest for me to get. I could have probably um requested it because I believe I had it at the time. I think, but I wasn't too sure, and I really didn't want to check because I was just grinding out the copper. I think I got more quartz. Like I got like 30 or 40 quartz before I even actually ended up finally getting an emerald after a week. And that was just from that last day of the week that I was grinding out copper. The next thing you needed was the 10 emerald Ogapu scales, which drops randomly from hunting the Ogapus in the Elderwood. Again, that wasn't too bad. Probably took me 2 days to get the 10 that I needed. And then the 9, we needed 9 dragon's beard peat. Um, we needed 9 dragon beards peat. So those are found along the coast of Kilima, which are pretty easy to find. Those aren't too bad. But again, it was grindy, and it was just for what we got for those rewards in that bulletin board bundle. I don't think, to me, I like the nameplates, but to me, they could have changed out the flowers that we got to something else. Eh, Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. But for the last bulletin board bundle, once you completed the midsummer gift bag, you got the Fiery Blossoms nameplate. And then we got 2 flowering yellow bushes. So those were eh, mid tier or mid for me. But uh, lastly, we got the friendship points with Kenley. After that, once we completed that, all that, and we talked to Kenley, he gave us more flowers, which, again, I believe most of those flowers that he gave us and most of the flowers that we get from him once we complete the bulletin board bundle, the ferns, um, and stuff like that. I don't think I mentioned what we got for the rewards for the midsummer decor bundle. We get the Royal Blossoms nameplate for the royal or for the midsummer decor bundle, and then we got so we got the Royal Blossoms nameplate, 2 flowering blue bushes, and friendship points with Kinley. Again, I didn't like how grindy that was. That first one was. I didn't like it at all. And I didn't like how we got so many plants, so many flowers. So this one to me for this event, going back to here, for this bulletin board bundle, the game prizes bundle, we got relationship points with Anu, and then a Kilima treat bag, which is a rare one. So that one's again great because one at with this new board we got the ranching skill, so it gave us an edge, not an edge. I also want an edge. I don't want to say an edge. An edge. Jesus, I don't want to say an edge. More so, it gave us some cookies that we could use for our animals. So this board bundle was not too bad. It didn't take me at all that long. The next item we get is the ride building material bundle. So, with pallium bars or pallium ore in the Elderwood, it is abundant. Like it's crazy how much is in there. Um, before the fact, before they opened up the Elderwood, pallium ore was a rarer spawn because it didn't spawn all that often. It's like how gold ore is now. Um, that it's not going to spawn all that often, and when it does, it's either going to be maybe one, if not two. It's never more than one or two. So pallium ore or pallium ore is more abundant in the Elderwood now, which is great. It's awesome. I love it. I if I can have it that way forever, I I'm not complaining. That's great. Um, the next thing is the so pallium bars weren't that hard to get, basically. Flow infused planks is the next item that we needed. Flow infused wood in general spawns in Kilima and Bahari Bay. But in Bahari Bay at I believe 11:45, 12 o'clock, right at midnight, probably more so, is the what's it called? The Flow Tree Grove. Sorry, the Flow Tree Groves has anywhere from 2 to about 4 or 5 I've seen. That's just from the couple of times that I've done it. I think I've gotten 5 trees that have spawned in the Flow Tree Grove. And the Flow Tree Grove to me would be the best option for anyone to go. Or if you're not really one for the groves, which is fair because I don't really do those either. I like to kind of run around Kilima and Bahari Bay throughout the day and try and see if I can find some flow trees. So they have a chance of spawning from I believe it's the mature trees all the way down to the young tree. So there's like 3 different sets of trees that you can get from youngest to oldest. To me, I usually go with the baby trees because it's easier to cut down on for one person. There's times where I'm running around and I only see about more of the older trees than I do the younger trees. So I usually have another person with me, or I try to get other people with me to cut down the trees. So again, fellow trees aren't that bad. They're pretty abundant, even though they're kind of rare. I say kind of abundant because there's a chance that no flow trees spawn because no one cuts down the trees, or cuts down the other trees. So it's a luck of the draw. The next item is the stone brick. So from breaking pallium ore or any rock really, you'll get stone ore or stone pebbles or whatever they're called, just stone, I think. Um, and running them through the furnace that you have, you get the stone bricks. Again, stone is abundant as hell, so it's easy to find. Uh, so not to me that was perfect because I after cutting or after breaking a lot of the copper ore, I think I had like so much stone that I ended up just selling what I didn't need, which didn't make me a lot of money, but believe me, after a while, you just can't hold on to too much stone. And then leather. Leather again, you're gonna find that pretty abundantly because of the fact that you're gonna kill a lot of the Cernyx that are abundant in the or abundant in Kilimat and Bahari Bay. Those two areas, you'll have the Elder Cernyx and the regular Cernyx in both Kilimat and Bahari. In Bahari Bay, though, you'll find the what are they called? I'm just gonna say Magic Cernyx for now, but I'll have the name appear somewhere on the screen for you. So again, you'll find leather or you'll find hide pretty easily. You'll get it pretty abundantly after a while. But after that, once you've turned everything in, you get relationship points with Niall. Plus, you get another rare Kilometric pack. Again, great because ranching without cookies would probably have been pretty hard to me, at least, because I want to test out everything. I like testing out things. So I find, and I'll be honest with you, for the most part, I've held on to cookies. I have them in my um what's it called, the iron chest or whatever it's called. So once that's done, that's what you get from for this reward. The next item is the livestock expo. Now here's the thing, with ranching, now you can get eggs, milk, and honey from respectively the peckies, ormus, and bees. So pretty easy to find. Plus, you can get eggs from Zeki over there. You can get milk from Zeki as well. If you went the way I did and I ended up getting them way beforehand. And honey is dropped in the Elderwood and Bahari Bay on trees. So on some of the trees, or a lot of the trees, you'll find honey. So it was pretty easy to find. You needed 25. Not too bad. I think I found it within a day, a real life day. So once after I got like 30, I ended up just putting in the 25 and keeping the rest. I think I still have some. I think I actually got more. um, and then apple jam. So upon reaching level 10 of gardening, you'll get access to apples. There are multiple ways you can get apples, but if you're not one for friendships like I am, unlocking them through gardening, once you hit level 10, you'll unlock apples. And then you again, once you unlock apples, you'll unlock the guild store for gardening. They're, I believe, 250 for just one apple seed. Or like me, what you could do is run the apples that you have through the seed maker. Seed maker, it costs 10 apples to create one apple tree. But I'll be honest with you, if you use apples, how I do it, and I'll show you my setup for the apples that I have currently, you'll have more than enough to get 10. You'll have way more than enough. Way more. Next thing is the relationship points. So, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Everything I had either beforehand or took me less than an hour to get. Or in this case, with the apple jams, it took me a full day to get 10. Full real life day. So after 24 hours, you'll have the 10 that you need. Plus, they were starred, so it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard. The next items or the next rewards that you get are relationship points with Delilah, and then you get a Kill 'em a treat bag, which is or treat bundle. I don't know why it says treat bundle. I thought it was bag. You get a rare one. What again? Rare. Love it. Great. Cool. Not too bad. Not great, but I like it. Way better than what we had before. So that's what you get from this one. And then in this one, so you need hot hounds. You need 10 hot hounds, which need to be star quality. So that's one thing. I don't know why they need to be star quality, but I guess it's just how it is. Next thing is you need 10 blueberry pies, which again need to be star quality. Potato fries with ketchup can be regular, which you need 10 of those. Then you need fish tacos, which again needs to be 10. So the only thing that I didn't have unlocked was the hot hounds. Hot hounds you get through friendship level 3 with Badru, or not Badru, sorry, Hodaddy or Hadari, as a lot of us say it. Hodaddy, Hadari, I don't know. It's funny. Anyways, once you reach level 3 friendship with him, you unlock his room, and in his room is the recipe for hot hounds. Reaching level 10 with him took me about 2 days, I believe. 2 real life days, or probably even a week. I'm gonna be more on the nose saying it's a week, just because there were times where I was focused on other things that I didn't even do the friendship with him, or I didn't even interact with him at all. So I'm gonna say a week and a half maybe. Again, pretty easy to get, not too bad, not too shabby. I don't mind that. They were great. Next thing is the relationship points with Baduru. Again, I'm not someone that does friendship points a lot, or friendships in general, particularly in this game. So any friendship points I can get with any of the NPCs for free, I will gladly take it. And then the last reward is the Kill 'em a treat bundle, which is again rare. I can't stress this enough, but I am so glad they gave us treat bags this time around, because again, I'm a hoarder, so I'm going to be honest with you here. I hoard a bunch of shit in this game. It's not even funny, to the point where even though I've already unlocked I believe it's iron, the iron chests, my iron chests are almost already full. So there's a lot of stuff that I have that I'm holding on to that I don't really think I need to. So again, once you complete these bundles, you unlock the opportunity to talk to Badru. Badru ends up giving you what I just showed you in the last clip. All of the craftable items, from the apple bags to that wagon. So next we're gonna go look at my apple tree setup that I have. Okay, so looking at my apple trees, or looking at my garden here, you'll see that I have on the apple trees, I have weed prevention, water retention, quality boost, harvest boost on all 4 trees. So I'm going to show you on the actual bags themselves. So here is what I use. So tomatoes, potatoes, and where is it? Napa cabbages? Yes, Napa cabbages are all the items that I kind of rotate out. Or I put them all 3 to just have them in there. Next thing is the wheat, rice, and then what else boosts crops? Where are they? And then corn. Again, I rotate these out a lot, or I put all 3 of them in. And next is the carrots, bok choy, and onions. Nope, wrong ones. There's those. So, carrots, bok choy, and onions prevent weeds. And then I use... Oh wait, I don't have cotton, but I have these. So, cotton also does the quality fertilizer. Or is it... Wait, is it quality fertilizer? I forget. Let me look it up. Or let me see here. I think I have one of these here. Yes, so boosts quality. So you'll see that I have all cotton here along this line. I plucked one earlier, so that one's not there anymore. And cotton all along this line. And then you'll see on this line here, I have bok choy, onion, and carrots. Again, bok choy, onions, and carrots. And then the hydration crops are all along this line. So tomatoes, potatoes, Napa cabbages. And then again, potatoes, tomatoes, and Napa cabbages. And here is the, I believe, I forget, rice was one of them. And then the harvest booster. Yes, harvest booster is that one here. So rice, wheat, and then corn. All along these 2 lines here, or this line here, in between both of the sets of apples. And then again, up here on this line or set of apples is carrots, onions, and bok choys. Don't know why my thing's disappearing. Bok choys. So that all, once you have 3 of the same crops, you'll get how I have it is weed prevention, water retention, quality boost, harvest boost, without using any fertilizer. I believe I either have harvest boost fertilizer on this one. I don't know why. I think I have them on all 4, honestly. But if you wanted to swap it out, like I usually do, I have speed grow fertilizer on all 4. So on all 4, I usually top it up to 99. Let's see what I have on this one. So I have quality fertilizer on this one. So once I have it up to 99, I can no longer fill the slots here. So see, growth boosted to 99. So 9 spots will be used. So I'll then have 90. Oops. Thought I was hitting the other button here. Do I need to do that to 99? Probably not, but it saves me the hassle of coming back every morning, every in-game morning, and re-topping up to 9. So it's just easier. And then also, once we get down to the last time we can pick the apples, these usually will stay. So once we get down to the last apple that we can pick, I'll still have some growth boost here on the tilled soil. So that way, again, I can plant what wasn't used back into the new set of trees and do the cycle all over again. Right now, though, I believe I have... How many apples do I have, honestly? Forget. So right now I only have 24 normal apples, but I have 419 quality apples. So if I really wanted to, I could use the quality apples to make more quality apple tree seeds. But right now, what I'm doing is I am using the apple, or I was gonna put apples in the glowworm farm, but I had excess of the apple jam, so I just use the apple jam. So with the apple jam, we get the glowworms, of course, and then we get quality fertilizer. Again, with the apples here, we get regular worms and quality fertilizer. So let's just say I don't want to use what's it called? The cotton. I can change the cotton here to something else. I can either put more water or more of the other crops, whether that be tomatoes, potatoes, Napa cabbages, so on and so forth. And I can just switch out from quality crop booster to quality fertilizer. But what I normally do is I will end up saving the fertilizer until I have enough to where I can then go into my shipping bin here and do this. So instead of doing the crops or the crop seeds, let's just say I had over 2,000 fertilizer of speed grow. I would fill this up, sell the speed grow or any fertilizer that I had, along with any other items that I could put in here, whether that be fish, which I don't normally sell the fish because a lot of the fish don't go for that much. So fish to me is more useful cooked. I don't have a use for a lot of these plants or gathered items, but I'm saving them because I want to build up a garden. So that's not really something I would sell. Plus, they don't sell for that much, honestly. But if I had excess of leather, Palium bars, platinum, copper, so on and so forth, materials, if I had excess of, I usually don't sell the wood unless I have too much and I just can't put them in the chests. But any other items that I can either refine, craft, or put into a smelter or whatever, I'll sell if I have excess of. And that's a good way to get money too. For me at least, I don't really, again, a lot of the times I'm not one to sell things. Um, I believe if I go back, I didn't really check how much space I had left on my um chests here. Let's see. So I have an iron storage chest. Yeah, no, I'm almost full here. So again, closing this out here. Bulletin board bundle was not that bad. I honestly enjoyed it. It didn't feel too grindy. It was grindy enough to the point where it kept me occupied for a while. So I would like more of that to happen. Just leave out too much grinding. You know what I mean? Don't make it to the point where it's too tedious and it's just not something that I want to do. Do it like how it was this time around, where it's just grindy enough to keep me occupied, but not too grindy to the point where I'm just like dreading the idea of trying to get things done for this bulletin board. But I would rather it be to the point where, oh, I need this item, or hey, I have enough of whatever item this needs to be crafted and turned in. Let's do that today, or along those lines. Today's stuff, or this month's bulletin board, was not too bad. I actually enjoyed it. Um, I don't mind that I got treat bags. I don't mind that it was just friendship points with Nio, Badru, Delilah, and Anu. So again, I don't really have too much of a gripe with this bulletin board bundle, or this bulletin board in general. So I had fun. I liked it. Plus, with the new additions of the ranching animals, it just made it even more fun. I don't know how to explain it. Plus, in the next update on Tuesday, well, tomorrow, we are getting a new ranching animal. It is the Goobly. Goobla. I don't know. Again, I'll have the name up there on the screen here. But it's a cute little animal. Plus, we're getting another bulletin board bundle, and the Halloween store that was in last year's update with new items, new decor, and I believe we're getting a new outfit in the store, which I'm definitely checking out. I'm getting that new outfit because it fucking looked cool. I don't care if it's just for a female body. I really don't care. I'm grabbing that and I'm gonna use the shit out of it. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point, so I will catch you guys probably next week, if not later in the week on Friday. I'm probably gonna give it a couple of days though, because like with any update for Palia, it is going to be chaos because we are going to have a long wait time. Plus, there's going to be so much to do and so much to check out that I'm going to be busy. So, I will catch you guys next week. Have a good day, good week, good month. Have fun in Palia with the new update. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell so you never miss a video when I post. To the right of your screen will be a video that YouTube thinks you'll like. To the left of your screen will be a video that I've posted. With all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, day, month, year. Whenever you're watching this, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!